yellow or rose. They're under $50. I call them new today the fainting heart because they look like this puffed, let me see if I can grab them in my box. They look like this puffed, fainting heart, and the angle at which they sit is a little off, which I just think it's just a little more interesting that way. Taking you through the colors down here, keep in mind they're a post and clutch backing, and that's all sterling through and through, except in the yellow and the rose choice, you're actually getting 14 karat gold touching your lobe. Do you see right there that little pass through? They don't actually connect. I just think and they're left-right design, and there's kind of a beveling to the metal, so they're certainly not flat. They're a little dimensional. And I would never normally be a girl that would be into, say, heart jewelry per se, because sometimes I think hearts and stars can look a little cartoony or a little sophomoric if they're not done elevated and very richly. Total different story here. I've got a ruler, so let me do that. These are under $50, which I think is incredible. There is your, look at that, lovely. I said it was 1 1/8 inch, and it's just enough. Not too much, but just enough. The open work see-through, that negative space, which we know in a couple rings coming up is really popular, is so great and gives them a really light feel on the ear. And it almost looks like not a cartoon heart, but like I was gonna say a cartoon scribbled heart, because when you quickly draw a heart and it's real quick and it's a little sloppy, and that's kind of the beauty of it. If you get someone like Isaac or an artist who actually does sketch art, and they do this great little fabulous quick freeform heart, and it doesn't look factory stamped, and they're big and bold on the ear, but they're not heavy, because obviously the whole open in the center, there's all that cutout work. But then there's something, I heard Mary Beth talking earlier about, look, if you always wear a button earring, if you always wear a stud, I'm case in point. You hardly ever see me wearing earrings. If I do, they're a tiny little stud. If you're not a drop earring girl, because I'm not, these give more of a boldness without giving you something that feels weighty or uncomfortable, and they just tell a sweet story. I don't know. I feel like if you saw someone wearing those in the grocery store line, you just would know that they were a nice person, right? $49 and change, new today. That's another example of a bonanza sale price. I mean, so many of our sale prices